what's up? It's your Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are back in the original filming parking lot location because guess what? I have one heck of a fire engine truck for you. This is a 2022 Nissan Frontier redesigned, and this particular one is a Frontier SV. But before we get into this newly styled, finally after a long time pickup truck, let's talk about what's going on here. Nissan. They're going through their lineup, they're changing up things. Frontier is no different. Now, we already brought to you the cooler, more off-road spec versions of this truck, that Pro 4X. This one, I really want to kind of focus on value because, no, this is not a base trim. Base is going to be the S, but it is an SV. So it's sort of like in that sweet spot of things. And obviously, no longer are you going to be able to get a Frontier for $25,000. Those days are long gone. But what I want to do is I want to find out, is the SV version of the Frontier the best value for your money pickup truck? And is this a better way to go than, say, a fully loaded Ford Maverick? Ford Maverick, new to the scene. It's that compact truck. They're bringing back the smaller size truck. This is a mid-size. Where do you want to spend your money? How do you want to spend it? Let's dive into, like I said, this fire truck red Frontier, and let's find out. Right off the bat, the style. Style is all new for 2022, redesigned. The one nice thing is there's not a bunch of flat black. Now you'll notice how they reworked the headlight housing. This does not have any LED headlights, and that's a little bit of a bummer for me. So I am gonna zonk that. I know that this is more value, but let's save the non-LED headlights for the S. This should at least have LED headlights. I do like the way they flared out the bodywork, but you do still have that fake vent there. They could have made that a functional side air curtain so easily, and it would have probably been better for aero as you're going down the side of the vehicle. Now you do have your fog lamps nicely mounted in this lower area, and then as we come across the grille, like I was saying, not a bunch of just regular flat black. We got this satin metallic gray finish with the updated Nissan badge. On the lower end of things, you do have functionality in this center grille area on the bottom, and then you can see the amount of ground clearance that we have. Now this is actually a two-wheel drive version, so it's rear-wheel drive. Remember, the Maverick is based off of a front-wheel drive setup. That's what your base is, and then you could option for all-wheel drive. So something different with these two trucks, but like I said, at the end of the day, price-wise, you're gonna see how close they are, but you are getting plenty of truck ground clearance. When you get up on the hood on the SV trim, everything is the same body color match. If you go Pro 4X, they bring some other design element, but you have that Warrior style grille and front end with the Frontier name, and they did a great job on the overall hood design, making it nice and wide, and it allows you to have a good visual reference point looking out the windshield. Now coming around the bend, what are we working with on an SV trim? These are the wheels. It's a 17-inch wheel. Nothing really to get super excited about, but it's crazy how the red with this bright metallic silver reminds me of the Nissan hardbody pickup trucks. So it kind of brings back some memories, but 17-inch wheel, plenty of wheel. You're gonna have 265 on the width and a meaty 65 series sidewall. And the great news is no flat black plastic anywhere, which is wonderful. As we go down the side, color match on the side mirrors, color match on the door handles, and then once again, I'm gonna say it, no gloss black. You'll see the amount of ground clearance that we have in our crew cab setup here, and you're definitely getting a larger truck over the Maverick. This is mid-size, Maverick is compact. Working your way towards the rear, you can see the way the bed, how they flare out the rear fender of the bed. And then as we get to the back, what I like is they finished it off just super clean. You do have LED lights for your taillights, and I like the way they did the housing. Let me show you this little corner step. Now this is an option. It's $295. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna push down like that. Now you're able to maybe get in there and reach in, and what's nice is it just lifts right out of the way. Very simple. When I come around to the back here, we do have color matched on the bumper. We have that flat black so that you can step in and out of. I like the way they stamped the Frontier name. There's the SV badge, the new Nissan badge, and then soft release. That's another nice touch. You're surprised, I'm sure. We got our bed liner. We do have a home power source in the bed. You got LED lighting, and you got your tie-down locations, which is really great. Close it up. We got our manual sliding rear cab glass. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood. Let's talk numbers of horsepower between this and the Maverick. All right, guys, we got the hood open. You do have hydraulic hood struts. Now, the biggest difference between this and the Maverick is that the Maverick comes standard with a hybrid setup. You could go optional EcoBoost 2-liter turbo. This has one engine, and that's all you need. Naturally aspirated V6 power. So what are we looking at? We're looking at that 3.8-liter V6. And at the end of the day, we're looking at a 310 horsepower engine, 281 pound-feet of torque. It's made into a 9-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in 7.3 seconds. The truck could tow 6,720 pounds, has a payload capacity of 1,610 pounds, and has MPGs of 18 in the city, 24 on the highway. To put that into perspective, if you go all-wheel drive in your Maverick, that has the 2-liter EcoBoost engine with 250 horsepower mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. I don't mind the engine cover, tasteful engine cover, obviously plenty of power, but why don't we go ahead, let's get to the interior and see what the SV trim brings for your money. All right, guys, we're inside this Red Lobster version of the Nissan Frontier. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I'm glad you're bringing this SV. You always do it right when you bring the different trims. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for doing that for us and for being my friend. Well, I am very happy to be your friend, and I am very happy to bring you all these different trims. Now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. If you are comparing this to a Ford Maverick has a starting price of 20 G's, 20 grand, 20,000 bones. If you're wondering, well, how much is this? The SV, the Frontier SV, this does have the tech package, which is a safety tech package of a bunch of things that are help keep you safe as you're backing up or driving on the road. You're looking at an MSRP of $36,000. Like I said, you could get a fully loaded Maverick close for that price. So let's see which way to go and if this is the best truck value. To the door panels. Redesigned door panels. Hard plastic up top, but the great news is in the middle it's soft, especially on the armrest. No gloss black. I like the little bit of silver that they bring to the door panel. Not digging the faux carbon fiber. That's like unnecessary. Door pocket is a little tight, but you could easily get a good leftover bag of some popcorn shrimp from Red Lobster, plus a Shirley Temple to wash it down. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, I do like the soft material, the way they brought some silver and that contrast stitching. You got a place up here to easily put, I would say, 6 of the larger jumbo shrimp that you get from Red Lobster, especially when you go on shrimp night, when it's like a shrimp scampi, popcorn shrimp, grilled shrimp, buttery shrimp, shrimp cacciatore kind of night. Infotainment system, redesigned for 2022. This is your standard 8-inch infotainment system. It is a touchscreen, and I kind of like, look, how you could change the clock, analog, digital. You could customize your home page by doing the little icons, the way you're going to just click and drag, just like that. Yes, I want to do that. And you could drag that right in there. We could get right back and easily scroll through all the other setups. 1, 2, 3, Armageddon it. Heck yeah. Throw it into reverse, and what do we got? we got a low resolution camera. The good news is it takes up all 8 inches and you got trajectory, especially for your tow hookup. The bad news is it's a little blurry. You can get an optional 9-inch system. You do get dual climate, nice knobs and switch gear. If you're wondering what is this, this is for where the 4-wheel drive control is. So this doesn't have 4-wheel drive. You do have USB-C, USB-A, some dead buttons. Down here, you got plenty of room for some hush puppies, a bag of hush puppies, 2 cup holders. You got the original key fob that Noah had on his Ark way back when, but the good news is it works really well, and it does have the new updated Nissan badge. This is going to control your 9-speed automatic. I don't know why they made the shifter so high. I would like to shorten that up just a little bit. Some nice silver treatment. You do have a little panel here to put some boxes of Tic Tacs because you're going to need them after eating all that shrimp. Not the softest, but easy to clean. That would be the nice thing. Like if you have a bloody elbow, you could clean the dry blood off. Open it up, you got a 12 volt, and I would say you could probably put about 14 crab claws in there. Even the stone crab claws, the Alaskan snow crab, those claws you can put in there very easily. Close it up, seats. It is a cloth setup, but it's very, very durable, and I do like the way they have a little bit of mixture of design element to it. Manual controls for the passenger. For the driver, I got electric. No sunroof, but you got plenty of room in here. So that's the nice thing. Coming over to the business end, I want to show you behind this Nissan steering wheel in our Frontier. All right, guys, we're behind the business end, behind the wheel of this Frontier. You do have your very simplistic but easy to get to seat controls. Here's a little fun fact for you. Did you know that the Frontier was the last truck to have as an option power door locks and power windows? And it had it all the way until 2019. Crazy. So what do we got today? We got this faux leather style wheel. It feels like it's leather. I don't know. It feels like it's a faux setup going on, but you got some stitch work. You do have the updated horn button, and it does look like a steering wheel out of the larger Nissan Titan. The weird thing is check this out. It's a tilting steering wheel, but you can't, it's not telescoping, so you can't pull the wheel out. This is all you can do. That's about it. Dash though, we got a little bit of a mixture going on. We got analog gauges, and we have our 7-inch display digital in the center there. You can scroll through a cornucopia. Kind of weird that there's an off-road mode in a non-off-road truck. This is a 2-wheel drive truck, but it does have that. You got your auxiliary gauges, 2 pages full, driving and fuel economy. So really nicely set up there. But why don't we go ahead, let's get in the back seat and see if your passengers are going to enjoy riding with you in this Frontier. All right, guys, backseat time, and it's crazy because this truck is a midsize, but it feels tighter in the backseat than in the compact size Maverick. I really think it comes down to how the cab is organized. So definitely more room and more comfortable in the Maverick. The good news is you're getting these large pockets on both sides, and I know you've been wondering, what about the cheddar biscuits, Joe? If you're going to Red Lobster, you gotta have some cheddar biscuits. Easily put a bag each, 6 cheddar biscuits each in these pockets on both sides. You do get a USB-C, USB-A, and a home power source. Plus, obviously, underneath the seat, you do have storage. You're just gonna lift up on the handle. You do have storage on this side, and there's storage on my side. This is for if anybody goes to take your cheddar biscuits. You take my cheddar biscuits, you're gonna get it. Come on in though, you're not eating my cheddar biscuits. Pull the seat down, pull the armrest down. It's a little hard, but the good news is you could actually get super big gulps in here, which I would recommend the super big gulps. The best news is if anybody, you gotta knock them out for taking your cheddar biscuits, you can have them lay in the bed of the truck, and then there's that manual sliding window. Take the crumbs of the cheddar biscuits and just sprinkle it on them while they're passed out. That will make them feel good. But why don't you go ahead, let me get back behind the wheel because I want to see how does this Nissan Frontier drive compare to the Maverick. Let's go do it. All right, guys, we're in this 2022 Nissan Frontier. SV trim, pulling away from our filming location. And right away, I think what you're immediately gonna discover is that this Frontier drives like a truck. And that's one of the things that there's a lot of people out there that think that they want a truck, but then when they drive one, they don't like how they drive. So highly recommend taking one of these for a test drive. What you're gonna find is that the steering is on the heavier side, which I don't mind, but I think that's one of those things that people may not like overall. The turning radius is not very good, so don't expect to make a good U-turn on a tight road. It's not gonna work very well with the Frontier. What you are gonna get though is some comfortable seats and plenty of power. 310 horsepower. You got that great towing capability, payload capability, and also the length of the bed as well, because remember, the Maverick has a short bed, way shorter than what is on this Frontier. Now, technology, it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, because you're gonna get an 8-inch infotainment system, just like you are on the Maverick, and you got the same features to them. I do like the way the truck drives with the 9-speed automatic, and having naturally aspirated horsepower, it has very linear torque delivery, and like I said, just plenty of oomph to get you going, especially if you are trailering something. Visibility is really nice, especially out the side mirrors. And then I like the combination of the analog tachometer, speedometer, and then the digital display in the center that you could get all those extra gauges with as well. All right, what I want to do is I want to get the truck out onto the highway and showcase how it drives with this setup. And I think this is just another area where if you're not a truck person, you might like the Maverick better when you're going down the highway. But you're gonna get all the safety features, especially because this one has the tech option. And remember, if you wanna go a little less expensive on a Frontier, you can. Starting price is $29,000. But let's go on throttle and see how this drives. On throttle, here we go. 9-speed drops down and we are off. Going down the road, you are getting a bit of road noise and some wind noise, but it's nothing too crazy. I think the best part is I like the seats. Seats are very, very comfy. And you got plenty of storage places in here, which is also a big plus as well. But where things get a little rough is gonna be over the bumps. Over transitions and bumps, you're gonna notice that this behaves just like a truck does. Compared to the Maverick, is gonna absorb those bumps a little bit better based off of the chassis that it's sitting on. But having the dual climate is a nice touch, and definitely having the updated infotainment system as well. All right, let's see how this truck handles going into this left-hand bend. Not too shabby. On throttle, here we go. So you can see how you're getting that nice linear torque delivery. There's not any, engine vibration, something that sometimes happens with a smaller displacement engine, especially an inline 4 turbocharged. You get a little bit more vibration and stuff, but this thing definitely has plenty of pep, and it's smooth. It's very smooth torque delivery. Another thing that I like is I feel like the truck is the perfect size. Not too big, not too small, that Goldilocks size of trucks. And it makes it very easy to drive on tight frontage roads, or easy to drive on the highway or in a parking lot. All right, guys, one more time, we're gonna go on throttle. I'm actually gonna come to a complete stop here, and we're gonna go on throttle again. On throttle, here we go. So, like I was saying, you really gotta ask yourself, what do you really want out of the vehicle that you're driving. And if you need more of the truck to do truck-like things, then this could be the way to go. But if you're looking for something that just has more space because of a bed, you might want to consider the Maverick. But we're going to get back to where this all started and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another great day here at Firehouse Station number 9 with this 2022 Nissan Frontier SV for victory. What do you think? Is this the best value right now for your mid-size truck, or are you better off taking that money and buying a fully loaded Ford Maverick, which is a compact truck? Tell me in the comment section which way you would go. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raity's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you, click that link in the description. Get yourself some Raity's Rides merch. Got to give it up to the queen behind the lens. She's wearing that crown, and it is sunny as hell out here. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do in blinding me with the jewels in your crown. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.